I'm a player.
You play the game.
It's time to play the game.
Should we do a game show for our intro?
Sure.
All
Called
right.
How Do You Know?
How do you know? I'll be the host.
Sure.
Yes. I'll ask you a question and then we'll go from there.
And then every time I answer, you'll just be like, how do you know?
Yeah.
To be completely honest, this is the first time I've ever come into a movie or a recording not having watched the movie beforehand.
Me neither.
You've come into many recordings having not
No,
watched
but
the
I
movie.
also have not. I will watch it by Wednesday or Friday whenever we record next. But
So yeah, let's talk about
interesting.
that. What nights can you do?
Probably Wednesday or Friday. Not Tuesday. Tomorrow's gonna be literally the longest day of my life of all time. We have 3 games on the road in a different city.
Yeah, goodness.
I think I'm just gonna might have to stay at my grandma's house in Mission. So I might get
Yeah.
back at like 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, Tuesday's out. Wednesday I have choir, so we couldn't go until 9 or 9:30.
Thursday I have games.
And Friday's Valentine's Day, so we're probably
It's
both.
Valentine's Day.
So a Saturday.
We could do a Saturday. We could do probably have to be a Saturday or 9:30 on Wednesday, which I would be cranky for.
I
I would
could
imagine.
I could get here and record right away and do it at 9 if you wanted. On Wednesday.
Maybe Saturday. Might be Saturday, back to back. Then have the boys on for Sunday.
I doubt Devin will be on, but Seth will be here and Sydney will be here as our guest.
We can do it.
And Sunday is going to be a daytime recording.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. How do you know?
I've seen this movie before, but once with my mom on like TNT or TBS 12 years ago. So
you know the beats.
I don't. I don't.
He knows. That's okay. We'll have it seen by Saturday.
Oh, I want. Yeah, I hope you'll have it seen by Saturday. Let's have it seen by Wednesday, just in case.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you. I saved this. Oh my goodness. What's going on here? WNBA or something's doing a 1v1. WNBA players are a one-on-one tournament. Brianna Stewart's the number 1 ranked team, and Aaliyah Stewart's the number 8. Aaliyah Stewart just beat Brianna Stewart 12-0 to sweep her.
What? 12
Yeah, Brianna Stewart got swept. That's not what I was going to tell you about. The Barstool guys did we've talked about this on here, a draft of the best Oscars for the cumulative best pictures, and the 3 that we said of 1994, 1975, and 2007 were the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th picks.
What were they? What years? 2007, 94, and what?
75 with Jaws, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Barry Lyndon, Dog Day Afternoon, and Nashville's. No shampoo. No shampoo. But the number 1 was 2015.
That La La Land?
No, it's Spotlight, The Big Short, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, and Room were the 5 that they put. Which is a great year, but number 1?
26th year after. That is better.
What was 2016? That didn't even make this list.
It's got to be La La and Moonlight.
Yeah. 2010 made it, which would have been one of mine. They had Black Swan, The Social Network, Inception, The Fighter in 127 hours.
Good one.
And then I was going to show you, was this on TikTok? I think it was on TikTok. I was going to screen record it and send it to you, and I forgot to, now that we're talking about it.
Oh, no.
Where are we? The best film every year. according to Oscars, IMDb, and Letterboxd. So 2014 of the last 10 years, Birdman was Oscars, Interstellar was IMDb, and Whiplash was Letterboxd. 2015 was Spotlight, Mad Max, and Happy Hour, a Japanese film. 2016 was Moonlight, the anime Your Name, and then The Handmaiden. Oscars was Shape of Water in 2017. IMDb's was Coco, and Letterboxd was Paddington 2. What a weird year. 2018. This is a bad year for you. 2018 Green Book, IMDb Avengers Infinity War, and Letterboxd Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But look at 2019. Yeah. This is why I was going to send it to you.
Of course, and my choice as well.
Parasite.
Parasite's like the best picture winner of all time.
There was one other one that had multiple: Nomadland, The Hamilton and the Father, Coda, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and Thrice Upon a Time. I've never even heard of. And then Everything Everywhere at Once, Top Gun Maverick, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Hell yeah!
So I was like, oh, that's. I was like, when I saw Parasite, I was like, fuck yeah, that's what's up.
People know. It's a great choice. How do you know? Is it? Let's do a game show. We could be a radio, but let's just do a game show.
Let's do a game show. Parasite's crazy because it was like one of the first true foreign films that I like watched. And it was the night before the Oscars. It was like, I've got to watch this. And it was like midnight when I started it. I got home from Cold Stone. It's like, I'm just going to watch, or it was like 1 o'clock. I was like, I'm just going to watch like half of it. And then I stayed for the full 2:15 up until like 3:15 watching it because I couldn't turn it off.
No. And then every other foreign movie probably disappoints compared.
No, that's not true.
Right.
Oh, that's better. I had to burp so bad. Oh, that's better.
I could tell.
All right, let's do this. Are you ready to rock?
Ready.
All right. 1, 2, 3, play.
Bing bong, ba boom bing, ba bing bong, ba boom bing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It's time. It is 4:30 in the morning, so you know it's time to play. How do you know? Oh, and today's host, as always, it is Butter McGaines. Butter. Hey, thanks, Johnny. We got a guy here today. Sir. What's your name?
Edwin.
Edwin. Where you from, Edwin? Amazing. So
America.
Butters is me. Johnny's the guy up there. We play a game. You know it. We all love it. It's called How Do You Know? If you can answer 10 questions correctly, you win $13 million. A pool built up over the last 25 years. No one has gotten past question 3. Can you be the one today, Alvin?
Yes.
All right, your first question, Alvin.
My name is Edwin.
What is the diameter of a circle?
Not pi.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific than that, Edwin.
That is correct. It's not pi. I'm correct.
That's yeah. We'll give it to him. Yay, folks! He gets one. He's a step of the way there. Now, Alvin, you may take all of your money you have earned so far and run, or you can keep playing. Do you want to know how much money you've won so far, Alvin?
How much money have I won?
$5 at the first step here. $5. We're up to a $13 million prize
No
pool.
deal.
He says no deal. That's interesting. How do you know?
I'm confident in myself and in my brain. I'm Edwin.
We're going to give it to him, folks. You're going to get another step. Good job, Edwin.
That was question number 2? What?
Up to question 2. We got a really tight show. Oh, bing, 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 bing. That means it's the bonus time, Alvin. Bonus question time. If you get this right, your pool doubles from $10 to $20, Alvin.
I'm excited.
Who was the leading scorer in the 1974 Premier League season?
Booger McFarland.
How do you know?
I was there.
Judges, no, we're not going to give it to him this time.
Shit!
NFL player Booger McFarland is not.
Fucker!
He was wrong.
I hate this show. I hate all of you guys. Give me my $10. I can't.
No, he lost it. And then he gets slimed. That's right. Folks, this is the extremely professional and well-structured and thought out How Do You Know game show. Tune in next week when we have President Jimmy Carter on. Bing again.
Bing, boom, bomb, bing, boom,
Bing
bomb.
again. Thanks,
if you were
Evan.
gonna say who's joining us next week, I was gonna throw out Adele. I'm glad you threw out a celebrity.
The old hickory, as they call him, right?
Sure. Do they call Adele the old hickories?
No, I think that was Andrew Jackson.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's
nice to
old
see
hickory.
you.
Good to see you too. It's old hat, as they say. Back in the saddle again.
It's been a while. A week in
Stained
between.
Would say.
Yeah, as Stained would say. Devin really pulled through. We lost Seth again.
That is nice.
He forgot that he had made plans, and so he just didn't show up. But Devin was there.
That's the thing about a big four, is that one or two can go down with injuries, and you still got a couple stars ready to step up and make it happen. So shout out the big four.
I'm like the fucking McCall Bridges out here. I've never injured.
He's never injured. He's never wrong either, folks, and that's why he's the one asking the questions this week.
That's good. First question, because I know you love questions. How do you know
that I like questions? A curious mind, I think, am I, developed from birth here on this earth, here to conquer the ideas of that realm.
I love it. Yeah, that's good. Second question, do you like The Simpsons?
Love them. Grew up on them. OJ, all of them.
And my third question, do you like baseball?
Yeah, for my third favorite sport, much to the chagrin of my parental father figures, but I enjoy baseball.
What is their number one? Is that their number one is baseball?
Definitely from my dad, I would guess. Maybe football. Probably baseball. I don't know. He watches every Twins game.
What about stepdad?
He's pretty judicious with it. He's pretty equal with basketball, baseball, and football.
What about golf?
That's number one.
That's number one?
For Yan, yeah, of course.
Well,
maybe not professionally. But
if you've answered yes to the questions, how do you know? Do you like The Simpsons? Or if you like baseball, you've come to the right place.
Yes.
Yes, this is Edwin. This is the good, the bad, and the movies. And we're in the thick of it. It's Love Lads.
Love Lads.
That's a little quiet for my liking. That's a little loud for my liking.
Ooh. Find the medium there, Riding Hood.
I found it. And so this week,
Goldilocks. Shit.
We did a Netflix one that we had watched that was somewhat acclaimed. We did a shit one from Justin to Kelly, and now we're here to do the mainstream one before our masterpiece. This is
the Amazon River.
We're gonna rock down to the mainstream avenue.
It's called How Do You Know?
It is called How Do You Know? It's from 2010.
Interesting. I'm sure we're gonna dive into it, but this has like stars in the director and plots and stuff.
And drinks.
That's right. What do you be sipping on? What top 10 you smoking on there?
Smoking on that top 5. I got a Diet Pepsi. I think it's my mom's that she left in the fridge yesterday and she never opened. And the thing is, I don't know if you know this. I don't like Diet Coke.
Ugh, blasphemy. Love Diet Coke.
But I do. I'm not bothered by this. But something about Diet, every time I have it. Some people say it's way better out of a can than a bottle. But I think I've only ever had Diet Coke out of a bottle. And every time I'm like, no,
Pretty
that's
good.
not it.
It is it. I prefer it much to other drinks. I have a Diet Dr. Pepper.
I saw, where did I see this? You're always groundbreaking with your takes and everything. I saw this the other day and I was going to send it to our group chat. It was on TikTok and it was just a picture of a guy's face at a clock tower and it says, I never even considered Dr. Pepper could be a woman. Maybe I'm part of the problem.
Haven't we done this before?
We've
Yes.
done this before. That was you.
Wasn't that my children? I think my kids did that. They
Yeah.
put that on me.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes. Dr. Pepper. Like my gay Big Brother episode or concept.
Yep.
The gay
Great.
mole. Whatever,
Great.
yeah. Gay mole. It's decades before they've had this idea.
The gay mole. That's what the show's called.
The gay mole. And my invention of the poop glove, I'm sure will take off pretty soon.
Don't you have another bathroom style invention?
I think maybe just another variation off the poop glove. The poop mittens, perhaps.
That's not it.
Yeah.
Obviously, my flavor brush that I developed in 6th grade, that's now a thing.
Right.
That hurts.
That's Kevin and Chris had the Native American microwave, they called it.
I forgot about that.
Which I don't remember the exact function in a semi-racist.
How is Chris's project of overlaying trap beats over Native American music?
It's my favorite indie art project.
I need to hear one of them. I need to.
It is my favorite piece of art. His work. I'll have to send you it offline because it is not. It is pretty astonishing stuff.
I think me and Seth both need to hear that for sure.
I think the world does too, but we'll have to put it.
Well, let's get into this movie. I don't even know how we got here. How do you know from 2010 we've got a director?
A woman.
As a man.
A man.
Holy shit, this guy. His name's so generic, I don't know if it's going to ring a bell. It's James L. Brooks.
I know James L. Brooks.
You do?
I feel like I do. Did he do like analyze this and analyze that?
No.
Fuck, who's that?
I don't know. But he only has 5 other films that he has directed. And this guy has 3 Best Director nominations and 2 Best Director wins.
I feel like I know James L. Brooks.
He has done films like Terms of Endearment.
That's right.
Broadcast News.
That's right.
And As Good as It Gets.
That's good. And The Tracy Ullman Show.
And then also did I'll Do Anything, and he directed Spanglish, that Adam Sandler dramedy.
I haven't never
seen Spanglish is okay. Yeah, Spanglish is pretty good. I don't know if Love, but Terms of Endearment and is a Best Picture winner. He won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, and then As Good as It Gets, he won, or he was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, and then nominated for 7 with Broadcast News for his films that he's done. 25 Oscar noms. What the hell?
That is crazy. That is astonishing. I did not know that this movie was directed by Mr. L. Brooks.
And written by him, too. Because not only is he a Oscar Best Director, he's an Oscar-winning Best Writer, too. He's written Oscar-winning screenplays.
Yeah. He's like a therapy guy.
Sure. I don't know what that means, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah. He's probably like 900 years old when he wrote this movie and directed this movie then. How old was he when he made this?
I don't know. Let me look.
French Endearment was in '83.
James L. Brooks.
It has a bit of an old person feel to it.
He was 70 at the time.
That's not crazy.
Who was the guy we were
Scorsese's still
watching?
old.
Was it Christmas with the Cranks? No, what was it? It wasn't Andre. It wasn't Home Alone. What was that movie where we were mistaking the kid? I think it was Christmas with the Cranks with the neighbor, and don't you remember? And he was the oldest man alive. Oh, we kept thinking Eric
Oh
Purcell
yeah,
was
that's right.
Emmett Walsh.
That's right. Yeah, the old.
Old
That is
man
right.
alive.
Little case of that here. Um, Interesting director, interesting old guy who wrote all these as well.
He wrote all those, and then he
Is he
also
dead?
wrote a. He's not dead. No, he's
Oh,
85 right now. He's
got more in
also
the
written
can.
2 episodes of Men in Crisis. He was and he wrote the Simpsons movie, and then he's got so many writing credits because he's not necessarily the screenplay writer in all of these, but he was the creators of the show, so he gets that creator slash writer credit.
Yeah,
So he's on his IMDb. He's got 2 episodes of the Andy Griffith Show,
yeah.
113 episodes of Room 222, 168 episodes of The Mary Tyler Moore Show, 109
Yeah,
episodes of Rhoda, 114 episodes of Lou Grant, 114 episodes of Taxi,
Luke Grant.
80 episodes of The Tracy Ullman Show, like you said, and 779 episodes of The Simpsons.
Which, with Matt Groening, that he has to be worth so much money then. James L. Brooks' net worth. He is worth $49 billion.
That's not right.
No, he's worth 550 million, it says though, which
Holy
is
shit.
a lot. I mean, that's that Simpsons money. That's I mean, sure, Matt Groening's similar. Larry David off of Seinfeld. You create one of these shows, you're in, baby.
Yeah, I mean, this is going on forever and ever. And Seth MacFarlane's probably loaded.
Of course he is. Matt Groening net worth 600 million.
What the
Seth
fuck?
MacFarlane net worth. They're all upwards 300 million. I mean, it's crazy. But does this movie I heard is one of those movies that doesn't have any actors in it.
No, it does. And it's got
It's
some big
castless.
names.
Oh, okay.
The
So that
lead,
was what I thought watching the movie, that these were actors.
you've got Reese Witherspoon,
Hometown Alabama, Sweet Home Alabama fame.
Oscar winner. You've got Paul Rudd. We love Paul Rudd.
Sure.
We've got Owen Wilson. We're indifferent about Owen Wilson.
I love Owen Wilson more than Paul Rudd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of his role in Night at the
Wow.
Museum.
That's right. Wow.
Wow. Actually, what war movie wasn't he in? No, he's not in The Thin Red Line. I did this before. He was in Behind Enemy Lines. I made this mistake once before.
I was thinking of Vince Vaughn. He was in.
He was in, and he was in
Wedding Crashers. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. The worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst movie.
It certainly has a sheen to it that
would you rather
particular distaste.
Would you rather watch that, Hacksaw Ridge, The Royal
Try Wes Anderson? Yeah. Try Royal Tenenbaums.
Or The Corpse Bride.
Probably either of those two, because I think at least in that failed artistry, there's something impenetrably evil at its core, like is Mel Gibson, like is the horrific portrayal of the mentally challenged man in that movie.
I don't think he was mentally challenged.
Well, the portrayal says otherwise. Garfield.
And then you've got Oscar winner Jack Nicholson in this.
He's James L. Brooks' guy, I think.
He is. Yeah, you're right. And then you've still got some other people. You got Catherine Hahn. You've got Mark Lynn Baker, Lenny Veneto, Molly Price.
Lenny Veneto.
Dean Norris, who was just on something we did and I can't remember. Oh, he was in Little Miss Sunshine. And then I saw him such a small role, but I saw him way down on the IMDb cast list. I had to put him in here. Tony Shalhoub.
Oh, Monk. Mr. Monk is here.
Mr. Monk. Tony Shalhoub
A
of Monk.
crazy good actor. That's right. This is post Monk, I think.
Post Monk, yeah. 2010. Yeah.
Or concurrent with Monk, yeah.
Towards the end of Monk, if it is. It's close. So, 4 big names. Catherine Hahn's also pretty big. Tony Shalhoub's a decent name. We got a plot.
No.
We do. All movies have a plot, and that's not true either. I wouldn't say that. I don't think all movies have a plot.
Yeah, it was the plot of Even Dwarfs started small. I mean, it was there, but
I was gonna say, what was the plot? What was the plot of Double Down with Neil Breen?
I mean, it's abstract, but it's there.
It's there.
It's a good movie.
The plot for this: after being cut from the USA softball team and feeling a bit past her prime, Lisa finds herself evaluating her life and in the middle of a love triangle as a corporate guy in crisis competes with her current baseball-playing beau.
Oh, she seems too small to be a softball player. For Team America,
You're right.
Witherspoon.
She's not cranking dingers with those small arms. Maybe she's a slap hitter.
She's more likely to be a blade of grass out there.
I could see her playing short or second base and being a slap hitter.
Libero in volleyball.
That too. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Now, the question is, do you think they cast these two right? Do you think Paul Rudd plays the better corporate executive and Owen Wilson as the Major League Baseball star, or should they flip-flop those?
You're right. They should both be corporate executives, and then they need a real person with muscles to come in and play the baseball role. So get one of them out of there and bring in a Hemsworth, bring in a Pine, 2010, bring in Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson, what the hell?
That'd be a perfect. Hey there, Missy. You're a hot stuff there, Missy.
I'm gonna crank this ball 400 feet.
You would have been perfect. That's a baseball player.
You're right. Chris Hemsworth would be a great baseball player.
He'd be a good first baseman or third baseman.
Chris Evans would be another good one. Now that we're talking about Marvel heroes, but
he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet's up there. I'm striking his ass out on 3. Seen that tweet?
No.
Oh, it's a great tweet. I'll pull it up. You give me the next fact.
Danny DeVito would be the best.
Of course.
Put him at catcher. Yeah, he doesn't even have to squat. He just stands there, saves his knees. That's great.
I would strike Timothy Chalamet out on 3 pitches. Here's the tweet. Slider outside. He feels like he's drowning. Curveball in the dirt. Of course he's chasing it. Ladybird sucked. Kill yourself. And bang, 97 inside corner. You're out. You were always out. You've been out since the day you were born. I just like in the middle there, Ladybird sucked. Like just throw that out there. Kill yourself. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah, I was like, Owen Wilson, come on. We wouldn't have a budget for this. History. I knew it. There's no budget. Critical those movies that cost nothing. Critical reviews. It's a history. It's very short. I don't have much, but how do you know is a 2010 American romantic comedy film. James L. Brooks began work on the film in 2005, wishing to create a film about a young female athlete. While interviewing numerous women for hundreds of hours in his research for the film, he also became interested in quotations, the dilemmas of contemporary business executives who are sometimes held accountable by the law for corporate behavior of which they may not be even aware. End quote. How do those two things go together? Why are you like, yeah, these fit in the same? I'm going to interview hundreds of women for hours and hours to learn about sports and softball. That sounds interesting. And then corporate affairs. Corporate morality and malfeasance, yes. That is interesting to me. But like, how are those two? And he was like doing this, and he's like, we should
We should put these together. What?
They should be one movie, not two articles.
Like I said, this is a short history. It's budget time.
You said there wasn't a budget. You texted me ahead of time that there wasn't a budget.
That was for Seth to win.
So now I have to go in blind instead of Googling my budget ahead of time like I usually do.
It's budget time. You're going in
Blind,
blind.
like the guys on the island. Um, this all points to a $40 million budget to me.
It's a good guess. Seth wins though. It's $120 million.
What? That's too much money, Brandon.
So much money.
120 million
The budget.
salaries.
This budget spiraled up to 120 million due to high demand salaries in its principal cast, which all
Good
cost
Lord.
the just the main four of the cast and the director rolled in 50 million alone.
That's
And then
crazy. It would have to be the most successful rom-com of all time to break even.
And then it was a lengthy production, and then they had to reshoot the beginning and the ending of the movie, and then coupled with marketing costs and all that. So, $120 million. I think when I read it, it was James L. Brooks took 10, Reese Witherspoon took 15, Jack Nicholson took 12, Owen Wilson took 10, and Paul Rudd took 3 million.
Wilson. Yeah, Owen Wilson made out like a bandit there. Opening weekend. How do you know?
Do you want to know
What
when
day
it
did it come
released?
out?
Yeah.
I do.
I don't know why they're trying to release this right now at this time. December 19th, 2010.
Christmas movie.
Christmas and Oscars?
Yeah. It's James L. Brooks, I guess.
Did he really think a softball-based rom-com was going to be Oscar bait, though?
Oh, he's got that touch. I'll say that it opened to a seemingly healthy, but I bet disappointing $24 million.
It's a good guess. Seth wins, though. 7.5.
No.
Yeah. $7.5 million. But you've got Reese, you got Owen, you got Paul, you got Nicholson, you got James L. Brooks. U.S. and Canada. Did it catch
legs it out? I doubt it. Seems like it's got a stink on it. I'll say it legged out. 7 jumps to 30. So 32.
32 million?
Yeah.
You win!
Finally.
30.2 million.
Oh, I should have stayed at 30.
I know, right? And then worldwide.
I don't think China likes softball, so I'll say 35. Stays right at home.
Seth wins.
No.
48.7 million.
So Seth's kicking my ass. This movie got its ass kicked.
It lost just alone $72 million. But then, when coupled with the marketing costs, it was estimated that it lost $105 million.
Yeah. Damn. And this was his last movie. I wonder why.
Then that is why I picked this film to do.
Big monetary flop.
Such a big budget on just a rom-com. Like,
yeah.
Even Adam Sandler comedies and rom-coms, although have high budgets,
it's like 80. Yeah.
Or 60 or 80, and they're racking in the money.
That's fucked up, Brandon, of you to do this.
To shit on them?
No. But that is an astounding amount of money. Do you know how many times my salary would be paid over in $70 million worth of losses? Like 3 times or something. It's crazy. I'm not great at numbers.
I don't think 3 times.
Yeah, so it's disappointing. Dare I say that the money rarely affects the love of the movie that a young boy turned man like myself can put upon it.
I'm just trying to do the math in my head now. 2,
4 or 5. Yeah.
20, and then not 4 or 5. You don't make $10 million a year. I think
I
it's
know
like
that.
I think
Like
it's
100 or something.
I think it's like 1,400.
Ooh. Yeah, see, Brandon's the math guy, and I'm the looks and the brains and the math guy. So taglines.
It's taglines. There's 3 of them.
I would bet that there were.
3 of them?
Yeah, that they exist.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good job, me.
they are the worst. I hate them.
Oh no.
Number 1. How do you know when you're in love?
Uh, okay.
Number 2. How do you know when you're in
Ooh.
trouble?
Oh, are they? It's like a trio. I get it.
And number 3. How do you know when you're in luck?
Oh no. Maybe not a trio because those don't seem like they would go together.
You know
But
when
that's
you're
the
in love,
last one.
when you're in trouble, and when you're in luck?
The way I guess it makes sense if you. I guess I'm in luck, but the way you said it made it sound like you were in luck, like you've fallen in luck.
Yeah, right. What of the 3 is your favorite?
Probably not the last one. Maybe you're
You're in
maybe you're in
love?
trouble. Yeah,
I
you're
don't
in
really
trouble.
know.
Odd campaign.
Very odd campaign.
Can we do better? We should.
I
We're
probably
professionals
think
at this
that you are
after all.
better now, better now. What was
Yeah,
your remix of that? You probably
you are
think that
not
I
a
am not a
cow.
cow, not a
Yeah,
cow.
we can do.
Why did you make that remix?
It was
Where did that
a
come from?
it was barnyard. We could do like how do you know that you're better now? Better
Better
now.
now. You probably think that
Um,
you are not a cow, not a
not
cow.
a cow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, why don't you walk this way
Aerosmith?
as the tagline? How do
You'll
you know?
you'll be dying laughing at this movie just like Reese died with her spoon.
Whoa, why is she dying
Because she stabbed herself with her spoon.
with her spoon? Um, this 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 all-star cast is a
There
home
you go.
run.
There you go. That's way better. That's so much better than anything they had.
All-star cast is a home run.
They steal your heart as they steal a base.
As they steal home,
As they steal home, yeah.
the
They're
the
gonna steal.
wandering the wandering eye of Jehovah
Whoa!
beholden on the crumpled butcher paper that is the backdrop of America's Mercy.
Wow! Goodness gracious! I don't think so.
Doesn't really fit.
What about the wandering eye and your whispering eye?
Um, that means vagina.
That does mean vagina.
Great movie. Role models. Good movie.
Love role
Great.
models. Yeah. Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I think a
Don't
movie,
think, just do it.
a home run movie with an all star cast has to be it. Whatever one you
Here
said.
you go. She
I think
plays a softball. Yeah.
she pitches the ball.
She fishes a ball of soft. How do you fax?
Yeah, it's fact time.
Cat fax?
Put the facts in the bag. This is a holdup.
It's Alan Bag.
How do you fax? No, that all of the title ones. Fact Nicholson. I think we did that for The
Ooh.
Shining.
Did we do Fact Nicholson?
I think so.
We do Fat Nicholson. He's kind of chubby in this one.
Big.
Fat
Reese
Nicholson.
Reese Witherfax.
Ooh. Monk Fax.
Oh, because of Tony Shalhoub.
Detective
Yeah, that's
Adrian
good.
Fax.
Ooh, I've got one. I've got one. This could actually be it.
He's got one.
Curveball, changeup, or fax ball.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm the catcher. I'm giving you one of these.
Oh, you're giving me that for which one? Jokes, it's the fucking slider.
It's the fax. Oh,
No,
it's
it's a
slider.
fax ball. Yeah, I like Curveball,
Fastball, high and tight.
fax ball in the upper left corner.
Play a little chin music, huh?
Ha-
Back up the plate there, Johnny.
have you guys finished your baseball? What were you doing with all these old timey baseball names you asked me for?
Oh, my simulation Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons dice style baseball league thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has been on pause since the summer. I have not been able to do anything. That was based on a book I read by Robert Coover,
Oh,
the Universal Baseball Foundation, a
lovely.
top 5 book of my lifetime.
Well, how about let's do the curveball, the changeup, or the fax ball?
Trouble with the curve, here's the sax ball. Hey there, batter. Hey there, batter. Give me a fax ball right here.
Yeah. How do you think you would do if you got called out to throw like an opening pitch at a baseball game?
I would succeed. I'd go slow, but I'd make sure it got over the plate.
It's crazy how I like
I
watch
don't want
some
to burn it
people
in there.
go out there and throw, and I'm like,
Yeah,
can you not throw?
it's a natural. I mean, I guess it's not supernatural, but
Can
the
you not
trained.
just throw it?
Yeah, take a
I,
step,
I think
pick
everybody
some
just
dirt
tries
up.
to do too much, you know?
I agree. I would. You get up there the moment's a lot. You want to burn one in there, and then you look like an idiot.
Crank it. How fast do you think
50
you can?
cent style.
How
Oh,
fast do
not
you think you can
very.
throw?
Maybe like 60 miles an hour if I burn one in there.
That's
Yeah,
what I think.
not
That's
fast.
what I think mine is. I remember doing like one of those speed things at the fair where you threw it and it tracked it when I was like 16 and it was 57 miles per hour. So
Yeah,
it's
and
it's probably about
that's probably
60.
around there. My brother-in-law, um, he was a college pitcher. He used to be able to hit low 90s when he was in college, which is like
God damn,
superhuman to us. Yeah.
that's
Shout
so
out
fast.
Chris. Another
Uh,
Chris.
Another Chris. I feel like you could probably throw faster than me because of your long arms, though. You'd get more leverage.
I have a surprisingly small wingspan for my height.
I know your wingspan's like an inch shorter than your height, but that's still much longer than mine is.
You're right. I'm up there more. Yeah, bad. You're a fax ball.
Give you a fax ball. I got 8 fax balls for you today. The first is
Count
that
his O.
this is the final film for both Jack Nicholson and James L. Brooks. Nicholson retired from acting following the film's release, while Brooks chose to
Brooks
devote all
died.
of his efforts to The Simpsons.
He died.
He didn't die. He's just working on The Simpsons.
Their final film. Nicholson has dementia now.
Does he?
Yeah, he like doesn't go out anymore.
Oh.
I think
I
he's been like
know
that for a minute.
I know Bruce Willis is bad.
Yeah, he's got like Alzheimer's crazy.
Like he can't even talk anymore. He's forgotten how to function.
Yeah, he can't function. He can't Willis.
Next.
Willis.
Catherine Hahn spent 3 days filming the scene where her character gives birth.
Yeah.
In the early morning after completing the shoot, she herself went into labor with her daughter May being born later that night.
Should just film that shit.
2 months later, Hahn would go back to and complete filming the scene.
Should have just gone to the hospital.
Yeah,
James L.
I think they would love. I think Catherine Hahn would love that for her actual
It would be
childbirth to be
it would be more realistic.
method
What
acting
Daniel Day
for
Lewis would
sure.
do
Oh yeah, for sure.
if he was giving birth himself.
Just like that. I know you don't like the film, but that quick cut and Knocked Out where Katherine Heigl's giving birth and she's pushing the baby out, and like Jay Baruchel runs into the room to check on her, and he's like, "Is everything okay?" And it's just a shot of her like crowning. It's like a vagina crowning. Like, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
Yeah, and as you say, inexplicably, I don't. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, Brandon. Stuff
I
like
like
that.
I like Knocked Up.
Knocked Up is bad.
Next, you're gonna love this fact because it's a Matthew Broderick fact. To convincingly play a professional softball athlete, Reese Witherspoon practiced the sport for 2 to 3 hours every day for months. Ultimately, however, there's only about 20 seconds of her playing on screen.
That's great. That is a very Matthew Broderick coded. Has she ever killed anybody? She was in Election with Matthew Broderick, so maybe that's just where I'm getting the vibes from.
I doubt she's killed somebody.
I doubt it
But you
too.
never know. Like, I would have never pegged Matthew Broderick or
Oh,
Mr. Mosby to kill somebody.
you would never have pegged Matthew Broderick or Mr. Mosby. How dare you? Those are fine looking
as
fellows.
as killers.
Oh,
Next, Reese Witherspoon's character has a romantic relationship with Owen Wilson. Previously, she played a character in Legally Blonde who had a romantic relationship with Luke Wilson, Owen's brother.
and former tight end for the Seattle Seahawks.
Different Luke Wilson.
I think so. She was making her way around the Wilsons in her character.
They could have just cast tight end for the Seahawks Luke Wilson to be Owen Wilson's role as the baseball player. He would have been great. He's huge.
He would have been huge. Yeah, young at the time, perhaps 16 years old or something. But yes,
You could put any tight end in this film and they'd be great.
except for Gronk.
Except for, I mean, he'd probably be the best baseball player of them. He'd crush some dingers.
The baseball, yeah,
But,
he'd be the worst romantic lead.
hey, babe!
Oh yeah,
Oh, man, he would be so stupid.
I thought you were different. Yeah,
Yeah!
you're not like the other girls. Whoa.
Jimmy Graham. Perfect.
He'd be good. He's
Yeah.
got some culture. He's got some pretty eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. Next, this is one of 3 movies, along with Sweet Home Alabama from 2002, and This Means More, or This Means War from 2012, where the central plot revolves around a love triangle between Reese Witherspoon's character and 2 male characters.
Interesting.
And then Witherspoon is also involved in love triangles with 2 male characters in Best Laid Plans from 1999, Vanity Fair from 2004, and Water for Elephants from 2011, but the love triangle isn't the central plot in those movies. But the 6th film where she's been in a love triangle.
It is, yeah, I do think if you are in the rom-com lead extravaganza that she was in at this time, that's a common. Yeah, McConaughey was in a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Yeah.
Next, at one time, Bill Murray was in talks to play the role of Charles, but he turned it down, and Jack Nicholson came in.
What year was this? 2010. I wonder what he might have been doing on Anderson at the time.
He probably was.
It's his boy.
Yeah. Watching Groundhog Day again because it's on Prime, and I've been watching it like just bit by bit, like at bedtime or what. And why are you
Because I had to watch it 8 times last week.
Oh, that's right.
I'm reviled of it.
And with that, Marina's been like watching it with me, and like there was a moment where she like looked up and she saw Andie MacDowell. She's like, "Oh my God, she's like so pretty." I was like, "Yeah, I know." Why is she going after? Why is she falling in love with Bill Murray of all people?
What's his character's name?
Phil. Phil Connors.
So I'm so sick of that. Yeah, I know every line of that movie now, except for the character's name. I guess. Goddamn. Ned Ryerson.
So Ned Ryerson, life insurance. Yeah. So there's a theater, I think we brought this up. There's a theater in Missoula, an independent theater called the Roxy. And on Groundhog Day, they do a showing of Groundhog Day where you've got to be at the theater for 16 hours straight. They show it 8 times in a row. You get just a small break in between the showings. You can't fall asleep. You can't be on your phone, that kind of stuff, or else you lose.
They shoot you, yeah.
And if you make it all the way through, you get free movies at that movie theater for a year.
Yes, which me and Alex completed last week, which was largely why I was absent. And it was horrific. It was so torturous. Obnoxious and smelly and everything.
At what moment, after what number of viewing was it like, I can't do this anymore? Like, when are you tired of Groundhog Day? Is it the 4th time?
No, those were fine. Um, 5 was tough and 7 was tough. 6 was in French, which made it a lot easier, but 5 and 7 were tough.
Oh, interesting. They change it, huh?
Yeah, because I thought that would quell some of the screaming quotes by the other audience members, because it was in a different language. But God, if they just screamed them in English anyways.
Oh, it was like an audience play along kind of
They
thing.
eventually turned into that, much to my chagrin.
That's like when I went to see Birdemic live at the Independent Theater here in Billings, and people were like
Yeah,
yelling out. They're like, "Why would they do this?" And oh my god! I was
yeah.
like, "You
Shut the
go."
fuck up.
I'm fine with a quip here and there because it's a comedic movie,
Exactly.
but you don't have to do it every 2 minutes. Give me a
They did it
break.
for every single line because they knew every line by the fifth and seventh showing. So
And how much is the admission to that to get for
$90.
here? ninety
So we
dollars. I
did
think
earn it.
it's
Maybe not worth it emotionally.
okay. Beautiful. Last two. Lisa wears a Washington Nationals jersey with the number 33 on the back. At the time this movie came out, there was no member of the Nationals who was assigned that number. However, in 2012, Edwin Jackson became the first Washington Nationals player
Edwin,
assigned that number.
is that why
Yeah.
you called
Oh
yourself that?
no, I didn't even do that.
Wow, subconscious. He knew the
Yeah,
fax ball was coming.
I knew
A
it.
facsimile of a fax ball.
Ooh, that's good. And then, lastly, nominations.
Yeah.
Nominations. Let's see. There's not a lot. At the World Soundtrack Awards, it was a nominee for Composer of the Year because, of course, they just had Hans Zimmer on this soundtrack as the
Got money
composer.
to burn, baby. Yeah.
At the Il Festival Nazionale de Doppiaggio Voci nell'Ombre, it was nominated for a film award for best female voice for the dubbing of Reese Witherspoon's voice for Barbara de Bortoli,
Of course.
and then nomination for the Casting Society of America, outstanding achievement in casting for a big budget feature comedy.
Or a bass. They had to share the category.
Yeah, it's crazy that it beat a sturgeon that year. I was really like
Yeah.
when I saw them
For the last nom.
pull out that blue marlin, I was like, that's gonna win Casting
That's a
Society,
good cast.
which
But
is
no.
which is why it won because this was only nominated. You can't
It's
beat
nominated
Blue
in
Marlin.
Social Network that year too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is going to end our curveball, changeup, or fax ball. How about Nicole?
She's having an existential crisis. Um, she's got about an intro level philosophy class where she quipped at the professor, I think, therefore I am, thinking that she had proved her existence in the world. To which the seasoned philosopher replied, Brandon,
He didn't really even reply. He just shotgunned a beer, and she doubted all of existence from then
how do you
on.
know? On the beer can, it just read, how do you know? As he shotgunned it.
And it really opened her mind to the wonders of the universe
And alcohol. Yeah.
and alcoholism. So now she's shotgunning beers nonstop.
Like every great philosopher, it's she's ruminating on the problems of life, 35 beers deep at 12 in the morning.
I was wondering where you're going, and then I'm like, you know what? I bet a lot of philosophers are alcoholics. I
I think
really bet they
so.
are.
Well, they have to deal with the depths and darkness and most present problems of humanity.
Yeah.
Sober? Perhaps not.
Did you
Let's
see
look it
Sa-
up here.
Did you see Saquon shotgun that beer? Did you see the video of
I
him?
did. He
It was
was
like
in
two
his
seconds.
underwear. Yeah.
Yeah, shirtless. That's a hot man. I was showing pictures to Marina and my mom of how hot Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley are.
Oh, he's beautiful. Yeah, and chiseled.
Yeah.
Are philosophers alcoholics? Socrates was, and
Okay.
Martin Heidegger. So two of them have been.
So that's basically all of them.
And Nicole now, three. Nicole makes three.
Nicole makes a third, and three is a three's company,
It's a sexy numbers.
and
It's fun.
comedy comes in threes.
Yeah, and it's sexy.
And you know what else comes in threes?
Movies.
Movies, movies,
Movies. Movies.
movies.
It's a good transition.
I remember forever ago when Saquon was still at Penn State, and I was like watching highlights of his, and I was like, "This guy is nuts."
Oh yeah.
And then you were like, "Yeah, but have you seen his calves?" And I was like, "No." And then we looked at his calves, like, "Oh!"
His tree
Or
trunk,
no, not his
absolute
calves,
tree trunk
his
legs.
quads. Yeah, just in general.
Yeah, and he just needed to get off the line or the Giants.
What a
It
bad.
was Super Bowl.
I really want
Bad
to
choice. They
watch
picked Daniel
the.
Jones.
I that was not even on the team. Oh,
He's on the
I
Vikings.
really want to watch the Hard Knocks New York Giants thing because I saw a thing where it was like really in depth of them like in the boardroom. It's like the coach,
Yeah,
or the manager, and his son, and all the other scouts, and they're like, "What are we gonna do with Saquon here? And what are we gonna do with Daniel Jones?" And
they made the wrong choice, and he'd be beautiful in there too. In depth. All right, maybe Wednesday, maybe Saturday.
okay, if we, that's fine. Yeah, I'll be good. Send me if
Yeah,
we don't go by Wednesday. Send me
yeah.
tonight's as soon as you can.
Okay, I can do
That way
that.
I can at least get half of
Get
it
that out
done
of the way.
and not. Also, plan ahead. This movie's 2 hours and 5 minutes.
I think I'm interested in watching this, so I think I'll be down to watch it.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's a
Prep
quick
period.
90
Yeah,
minute
yeah.
thing. Yeah. From Justin to Kelly was bad.
I'm glad. I'm not glad, but I'm not gonna rewatch that one. Yeah.
No, you're good. It's the number 17 lowest rated film on IMDb.
Fuck it. Maybe I will. I'll see.
Just below The Hottie and the Naughty.
Which is okay movie.
Yeah. I didn't think it was as bad as they said it was, but it's still like a 3 out of
It's
10
not great. Yeah,
or a
for
2
sure.
out of 10. But
Yeah. All right. Later, Brando.
later